Magical, I greet you. Yokira is with you. Today we have a tarot reading called Do You Have Any Sworn Enemies? There are two cards for you to choose from. We choose, we think, we feel with our soul which card is closer to you, and we'll find out. I will make a separate layout for each card. Put this card aside and let's open this one. Here we have a person who is so open, looks at the world with an open soul and is ready for something new. And such people, as a rule, look at others as a blank white sheet. They are used to seeing good things. Let's see. Enemies. These are people from your close circle. Yeah, and from the nearest one. And you treat them very well. You love them. And you don't even suspect that these people feel something wrong for you. Are there any enemies among your relatives? Here we have a magician. Basically, it's very good in your family. According to the magician, there is a person who controls you, skillfully manipulates you, because a magician is such a comrade that he feels his strength and can treat him like a puppet, just like that. Take a closer look at who is doing this to you, because of course it's not very good to be a puppet, but basically everything is fine in the family. So, is there anyone among your colleagues who wish you harm? Someone is creating problems for you on the moon. Yeah, and you have some kind of disputes with someone, global ones and that, but you win these disputes. Look, someone among your colleagues is creating problems for you. This is the moon. Moreover, it happens that you and this person are in the same company and you even have some battles, but you defeat this person. How should you behave with these people, with these enemies, in order to protect yourself from their bad actions towards you? So, in principle, you don't need to pay attention to them. You should keep close people close to you who treat you well. Understand who is who. Sometimes to be distracted from this whole situation, that's what I would call it by chariot. And the Empress, in principle, you are in such a position that you are the Empress. Impress on those who are lower in status. She doesn't pay attention, just be about this, about various intrigues. Everything will be fine. They won't bring you serious harm. Well, so let's look again at what you need to fear. In principle, there is nothing to fear with these cards. Now you are in the position of an Empress and just don't pay attention to these people. Just know who's who and everything is fine with you. There is entertainment, there is work, you are an excellent specialist and in principle everything's fine with you in the world. So, outcome. Will there be any real harm from any people, enemies? Let's check it to the end. Well, according to the devil, maybe yeah. Someone will still limit you in some way, and it can bring serious troubles. Perhaps he will try to involve you in some dubious story, but this needs to be abandoned. Just like that. Someone will call you somewhere. This will most likely be some kind of dubious activity at work. Give it up and you will avoid it. So let's see whether you can avoid this situation or not. Yeah, you will overcome it. You will take this sword into your own hands for protection and leave this situation. Avoid temptations. This is what the situation. And now we'll open the next card. What do we have here? Here we have family, love, the best. Family here. Let's see. For those who chose this card, do those who chose this card from their immediate surroundings have enemies? Let's see. What will we see? Basically not here. There is only someone here who wants to receive some material benefit from you, but doesn't receive it. Yeah, so everything is fine in your immediate environment. Do you have any enemies among your relatives? Your lovers? So, there is a woman. In principle, a lover and a Knight of Cups doesn't bring anything bad. But the Queen of Swords, she's like that. Well, maybe it's because of her coldness that she somehow unknows you, let's say. This is some adult woman, quite influential, who causes more such nervous situations. That's what I'll say it. There are some relatives here. Usually this is our husband's mother, just like that. Yeah, most often it is like that. So, do you have any enemies among your colleagues? It isn't that they are enemies. There is someone here, based on these two cards, I can tell you, who is actively offering you something dubious. Some temptation at work that you don't need, that could ruin something in your work. This needs to be abandoned. This person needs to be identified and kept as far away from him as possible. Temptations are bad because he really wants to take you away. You don't take on this temptation, but this person is actively trying to seduce you. Leave this person, don't communicate with him. So, further, how should you behave with those people who are led by temptation? How should you deal with these people to protect yourself from harm? In principle, you will even have the help of divine powers. With the Six of Pentacles, you in the position of the Page of the Sword have the opportunity to get out of this situation perfectly. Just limit the influence of these people on you. Don't let them approach you. Don't communicate. This is how I see it. So, what's dangerous? Interesting. There will only be some secrets and intrigues, but you will bypass these intrigues and defeat your enemies. Their heart will be broken. That is, they won't receive results from their machinations. So, will there still be real harm? Let's ask, again from those who are plotting some kind of intrigues against you. Outcome. Yeah, you will defeat your enemies, just like that. Win. You have 10 swords in their back. You defend yourself with the sword, and then everything is fine with 2 cups. Great result. This was the situation today. Yukiro was with you. I hope that you will be able to defeat all your enemies. Until new meetings.